Welcome to the Healthy You, a conversation with Dr. J, where we keep it real, we keep it fun, and we keep it green. Hello, my green family. It's Dr. J, your favorite vegan physician, who believes your plate is more powerful than your pharmacy. Today, we're talking about something that affects nearly every chronic condition I see in clinical practice, but often goes unrecognized. Is chronic inflammation. Now, let's start here. Inflammation isn't always bad. In fact, it's essential for healing. The problem arises when inflammation becomes chronic, quiet, persistent, and damaging over time. Today, I'm going to help you understand what chronic inflammation is and what causes it, and most importantly, what you could do to turn it off naturally. So first off, let's start. What is inflammation? It is the body's built-in defense mechanism. It tells your immune system to respond to energy, infection, or perceived threat. So when the body detects danger, such as a bacteria, a virus, an injury, such as tissue damage, it releases immune cells and chemical messengers to increase blood flow to that area. And what the cells do, they remove the damaged tissue so that you can begin the healing process. So in other words, inflammation is not the problem. It actually is a protective response designed to keep you alive. The tissue, when you sprain your ankle, it heals by inflammation, the redness, the swelling. But what happens is when this issue of inflammation gets worse, it is a protective response designed to keep you alive. The issue arises when this response does not shut off. So acute inflammation, remember, it is short-term, it's targeted, it's purposeful. It occurs after an injury, cut, an infection, surgery, intense physical stress. It looks like redness, swelling, heat, pain, and temporary loss of function. It appears quickly and resolves once healing is complete. It is essential for recovery. So this type of inflammation is doing its job correctly. Now, the other type of inflammation, which is chronic inflammation, is harmful and silent. Chronic inflammation is low grade, persistent, it's all over, it's system wide. It occurs when your immune system remains activated, even when there's no immediate threat. Unlike acute inflammation, chronic inflammation often feels like fatigue, brain fog, joint stiffness, weight gain, mood changes, digestive issues, sleep disturbances. Over time, chronic inflammation damages your blood vessels. It disrupts your hormones. It impairs how well insulin works in your body. It accelerates aging. It increases your risk of chronic diseases. Conditions that are linked to chronic inflammation are heart disease, type 2 diabetes, autoimmune disorders, depression, neurodegenerative diseases, and certain cancers. Chronic inflammation is usually driven by repeated lifestyle signals, which includes ultra-processed, low-fiber diets, excess sugar in your diet, lots of saturated fats, chronic physiological stress, poor sleep, sedentary behavior, GI gut issues. The gut biome is imbalanced. Your immune system interprets all those signs as an ongoing threat, so it stays activated. So remember, the key difference in inflammation, you have acute here, which heals, and chronic inflammation here, which harms your body. So why does this matter clinically? Many patients are told, your labs are normal, but yet they still feel bad. You know something is wrong. And that's because chronic inflammation often exists below the standard of testing, but above the threshold of symptoms. So understanding inflammation reframes these symptoms that you're having. And they're not personal failures. It's just your body is telling you something is wrong with me. So chronic inflammation does not announce itself. It's quiet. It's whispers. Sometimes, you can't figure out why I'm so foggy, why I'm waking up tired, even after I slept all night. And this joint stiffness comes and goes. Sometimes it's just the anxiety that you can't explain, or that weight that won't move no matter how many diets you go on or how many times you work out. It just still won't move. Many patients tell me, even though my labs are normal, I don't feel normal. And as we know, that's chronic inflammation working behind the scenes. So let's first talk about some of the lies we've been told about chronic disease, like high blood pressure runs in families, that diabetes is inevitable if your family members have it, that joint pain that's just part of aging. But what I see in medicine tells a very different story. Chronic disease is rarely sudden. It's slow, it's quiet, and it's fueled by chronic inflammation. Let's talk about the things we do that fuel this fire, that we often don't realize that we are doing it. So it doesn't start with just one bad meal. It's constant eating. High sugar, high fat, fried, low fiber, meaning no vegetables. It doesn't start with, eating one or two bad desserts, but it starts with daily habits that we've been told are normal. Sugar that's disguised as energy, animal fat that's marketed as protein, milk that's marketed as protein, eating fiber depleted meals that just starves your gut of bugs. Well, I shouldn't say bugs, the essential organisms that you need in your gut that helps with your immune system. And let's add in that stress that never shuts off, and how we stay up late and we have sleep that's too short, that's less than 8 hours, and how we don't move. It's a cumulative effect. You go putting off going to the walking or exercising or whatever you do for, oh, it's cold outside, or I just feel too tired to do it today. And then that turns into a week, that turns into a month, that turns into years. And when this happens, no movement, bad food, your immune system becomes activated because it thinks that you're under constant threat. But let's look at it this way, and the part that most people miss. Food is information. Every bite you take tells your immune system one or two things: stay down or stay on high alert. Plants send a very specific signal. Fiber from green leafy vegetables and plants calm your immune system, so it tells them to stay down. Polyphenols reduce inflammation messengers. Antioxidants protect your blood vessels and your brain. When people switch to a plant-forward way of eating or increase vegetables, they're often shocked by what improves first. Not your weight, not your labs. It's your energy. You become more clear. The clarity, less pain, and better mood. That's when your inflammation cools down. So let's talk about why diet alone is not enough. But let me be very clear, because I am the vegan doctor. This isn't just about food, because you can't eat out poor sleep. You cannot take multiple supplements out of chronic stress. Cortisol is inflammatory. Sleep deprivation is inflammatory. Emotional suppression, bottling it all up, is inflammatory. Healing requires safety, physically and psychological. So I want to give you something simple that is a inflammation reset. Something that's not overwhelming. So for the next 7 days, let's do this. Number 1, add green leafy vegetable at least once a day, but every day for the 7 days. Once a day, but every day for the 7 days. Next, I want you to walk every day. Even if it's slow, just walk for 15 minutes every day. Third, I want you to eat beans at least once out of the 7 days. 4, go to bed 30 minutes earlier for the next 7 days. Next, drink water before you have your caffeine. Deep breathe for 3 minutes when you feel stress. So if you feel yourself getting stressed, take a deep breath in and hold it and blow it out. Deep breath in, hold it, and blow it out. Not fast, slow. And then I want you, the last thing, remove ultra processed food from your diet for the next 7 days. That's it. Not perfection, just interruption. Your body has been trying to protect you this entire time. Inflammation isn't the enemy, it's the message. And when you listen to your body responds quickly. If this episode made you rethink what you've been feeling, share it with someone who's been told everything looks fine, but feeling fine is not the same as being well. This is the healthy you, and your healing is possible. Don't forget to like, share to 3 people, and take the challenge. Take the 7-day challenge to decrease your inflammation. Make a choice. Be intentional about being healthy and living longer. Choose life. This is Dr. J reminding you to choose health, wholeness, and plants. And don't forget to subscribe because education is powerful. Until next time, stay healthy, stay empowered, and stay plant-based.